Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I'm David Veach. This is Elevate Your Performance. I've been working on what I want to talk about this morning. So I want to share some other ideas that I've had about this 579 leadership concept that I talked about tomorrow, and then share a couple of events that I'm planning. I hope you'll join me on. First, I'm starting to record episodes for a podcast I'm simply going to call Leadersights after my book. Now, it'll be a mix of me telling stories about the things that I've learned about leaders and lean systems over the times. And it'll be conversations with leaders about overcoming problems and setting some goals. Those leaders might be CEOs or they might be team leaders from a manufacturing plant. My first set of targets are leaders in the travel industry because of what the travel industry has had to overcome through the pandemic. If that hasn't been a true test for leadership, I don't know what is. But the key thing I want to do is just share some insight, both mine and others that are bringing onto the show. I'll have discussions with each of them about 579 leadership, which, as I hinted at yesterday, is about the application of the Leadersights of Love, Learn, and Let Go. So I want to hear their stories about each of those and then share them with you. So my target length for the podcast episode, 579 seconds twice. Now, 579 seconds is 9 minutes and 39 seconds. So twice would be 19 minutes and 18 seconds, which is a good time for a good conversation. I want to keep with this 579 theme. I hope you'll share with me some of the things that you're looking for in a podcast so I can keep making it better and better and better as we go. I'm going to launch the podcast on my birthday, which is August 22nd, with the first 3 episodes, and then release a new episode every week. Second, and this is the big one, in September, I'm launching a new Mastermind study group. Now, this Mastermind study group is going to focus on 579 leadership through Leadersights. Here, the members are going to be the stars as we share the things that we discover about leadership in every situation that you can imagine. Here's what I'm planning. First, members are going to have to complete an application for the program, and you're going to commit to a 579-day-long program, which is a year, 7 months, and 4 days. Now, our key objective over that 19 months and 4 days is going to become more effective leaders, coaches, parents, team members, and business owners, etc. We want to be more effective as a result of what we go through together. Now, individually, I'll work with each member. So we'll have a 360 assessment done, and together, you and I'll set goals and build your action plan to become a more effective leader. We'll complete a few other assessments for your business and some diagnostic instruments and set goals and build action plans for them as well. And then you'll get an hour of coaching every couple of weeks, plus additional access if you're working on a particular problem or goal. Members will also have access to exclusive material I'm going to create just for the group. The group is going to meet virtually every 2 weeks for 86 minutes and 51 seconds or thereabouts. That's 579 seconds times 9. This will largely be in a lean coffee format. So 90 minutes is a good time frame for us to talk about issues that we'll bring and things that we'll discuss to try to help you take action to solve a problem or drive some improvement that affects you personally. Now, once a quarter, so about 6 times in the 579-day cycle, we'll meet face-to-face for 579 minutes, which is 9 hours and 39 minutes. Now, we'll meet in different spots for everyone, so hopefully everybody will be able to make as many as we possibly can. Now, I hope that the members will rotate hosting in their companies and invite us in for a gimbal walk while we're there and let us work on a problem you're wrestling with so we can offer you some value while we're there. I'd like to have an agenda that includes that gimbal walk, focus time on a problem or a lesson, a guest speaker, some open networking and discussion time, lunch and dinner, of course, dinner and drinks, because, 9 hours and 39 minutes is a pretty long day. So I want to make it as fun and as valuable as we can possibly make it. So then twice a year or 3 times in that 579-day cycle, we'll have a retreat for 3 days, someplace we decide we'd like to see. I hope all members will be able to make at least one of these, as we'll have some special recognition activities in addition to guests and tours and case studies. Once a year, we'll take a vacation, pushing us to have some balance in our lives. So I'll book us a cruise or a resort for us to take our families to, and we'll spend a week or so just enjoying each other's company and taking in some cultural aspect of wherever we go. So at the top of my head, I have Japan, a European river cruise focused on wine and beer, a Mediterranean cruise focused on culinary delights, and of course, back home in Kentucky, the Bourbon Trail. I'm still working on a pricing structure that's going to reflect the value of the program. For the first cohort, I'm thinking about $15,200 for the 19-month program if paid up front, or $894 a month if paid monthly but committed to the full program. I promise you'll get much more value than that from this journey. Of course, the travel is probably going to be extra, but I'll get the best rates that I can for wherever we go on the retreats, and I'll make sure that we work hard to make this as affordable as possible, and put our travel agency, Clandestine Travel, to the test to make sure that we can have a great experience. Now, part of the fees are going to contribute to a partner charity that I'm sorting through right now, so we can also give back to our communities a little bit. So I want to make sure we have this giving as part of this overall philosophy of this 579 leadership. So I'll release the application, which is going to include the schedule for the 19 months of activities on July 26th. So be watching for that. I'm going to limit the size of this mastermind to 28 people per cohort max. That's a good size group to work with, that we can break into subgroups of about 6 people each and really focus on learning from each other. And then we'll rotate all that through. We'll get to know each other very well. And we'll grow, of course, expand and contract as we go through the year, because we'll let folks in throughout for a 19-month cycle. But I want to try to create these relationships as best as I can. So I'm pretty excited about both of these events, both the podcast and the study group. I've been thinking about these for a long time. So I want to know what you think about them, though. So give me some comments. Let me know what you think. And until then, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow or next time. Have a great one. See ya.